So after this beatdown the Packers just put on the Seattle Seahawks, I think it is safe to say the Packers have one of the best defenses in the NFL, which honestly, coming into this year, I wasn't sure that was going to happen. I was hoping that maybe, bringing Joe Barry in here after getting rid of Mike Pettin, maybe this Packers defense could take it to another level. But if I'm being honest, I didn't see them coming here and being one of the best defenses in the NFL. But now in the past few weeks, after the performances they've put in against the Seahawks, against the Chiefs, against the Arizona Cardinals, if we take a look at the Packers' stats overall, they are statistically one of the best defenses in the NFL. Right now, if we take a look, scoring defense, the third best scoring defense in the NFL, allowing only 18 points per game. We are the third best in yards allowed, allowing only 309.9 yards per game. We are the third best defense in yards per play, averaging only 5.1 yards per play allowed against us. And we are also seventh in takeaways, averaging 1.6 takeaways per game. And if you guys have yet to subscribe, you want to see more Packers content, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel down below. So for a defense that I think had lots of talent, had lots of talented players last season, we were still just sort of middle of the road with Mike Pettin. Clearly that NFC Championship game, there were lots of very weak spots in that game, especially into the first half. Kevin King gets burned, and I think that still rings in everyone's minds a little bit. But it seemed like we had the talent at that point to at least be a better defense. And so bringing Joe Barry in here this offseason, I was wondering, can Joe Barry take this defense to the next level? Which now seeing how this defense has performed, especially the past few weeks, Joe Barry really has elevated this defense. And I also think when you take a look, we've been without Jair Alexander, best cornerback on our team, probably in the league. Also without Zadarius Smith, best edge rusher, also one of the best edge rushers in the league. The fact that the Packers have been able to do this is honestly a little bit surprising, a little wild, and I think also we have to take a look at those offseason additions. Of course, bringing in Devondre Campbell in here. He's been one of the best linebackers in the NFL, and so having him at middle linebacker has definitely helped in coverage, also against stopping the run. And then, of course, Gutekunst and this Packers front office coming in the past month to 2 months ago, signing Rasul Douglas, who has also played lots of crucial snaps, of course, with Kevin King being injured a little bit, as well as Jair Alexander. So not only, I think, has Joe Barry, come in and been able to, elevate this defense, I think the players we've also brought in, Devondre Campbell, Rasul Douglas especially, have definitely been, big keys to this offense being successful. Then you add in the fact of Rashawn Gary really taking a huge step forward so far this season, especially with Zadarius Smith being out, Kenny Clark playing at an elite level. I say Dean Lowry taking some steps forward, and Preston Smith also, I think, getting back to a little bit more as how he looked back in 2019. This Packers defense is just firing on all cylinders. Then you add, of course, rookie Eric Stokes, drafting him in the first round. He has probably been one of the best cornerbacks when it comes to rookies so far this season. So the Packers really just have so many different things going for them. Joe Barry, all the new additions, all the guys who are playing well, and that's even without Jair Alexander as well as Zadarius Smith. And hopefully Rashawn Gary too will, be back soon. So this Packers defense is legit. If we take a look here at the past 3 games, I tweeted this out onto Twitter earlier today. If you're not following me there, Luke_Beller, link in description. But as you can see here, QBs versus the Packers defense the last 3 weeks. Kyler Murray, 22 of 33, 274 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a 67 rating. Patrick Mahomes, 20 of 37, only 166 yards, 1 touchdown, a 74.8 rating. Then yesterday, absolutely obliterating the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, 20 for 40, 161 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a 39.7 rating. So if 3 weeks ago you would have told me you're going to face off against Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, as well as Russell Wilson, you will only give up 1 touchdown, 1 passing touchdown in all 3 games, and you will have 4 interceptions, I would have said, how in the world is that even possible? Even if you had one of the best defenses in the NFL, you would expect them to at least throw maybe more than 1 touchdown pass with all of them combined. So just how good this coverage unit has been is just incredible. Honestly, shocking to my mind just how good this coverage unit has been without, Jair Alexander being in there. So if we take a look at this game, Eric Stokes played 60 snaps, as you can see the little graphic here from PFF. 47 coverage snaps, targeted 4 times, 0 receptions, 0 yards, just like the Seahawks points. Yep, that's how that went last night. Then we have Kevin King, 20 snaps. He didn't play in as many snaps this game. Him and Rasul Douglas sort of switched out a lot. Rasul Douglas actually had 42 snaps to Kevin King's 20 snaps. But Kevin King was actually the highest graded, or the second highest graded player on this Packers defense, according to PFF. So they thought he played really well. King only allowed 2 receptions for 10 yards. Chandon Sullivan only allowed 3 receptions for 34 yards. Rasul Douglas, 4 receptions for 27 yards. Darnell Savage, 1 reception for 12 yards. Adrian Amos, 2 receptions for 10 yards. So this coverage unit shut down Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. Really, frustrated DK Metcalf. He was around there grabbing people's face masks, trying to throw people to the ground, sort of being a sore loser. So I think that, shows we were taking care of business when you make a guy like that sort of act out in that way. And then we were also pressuring the quarterback. We were getting to Russell Wilson constantly. Kenny Clark had 8 pressures, which is wild. Preston Smith, 8 pressures. 32 pressures on the day overall for this Packers defense. Rashawn Gary had 4, even though he did miss some time. And then TJ Slayton, he only played in 12 snaps, but he had 3 pressures in those 12 snaps. So he's also, taking a step forward. Of course, a rookie defensive lineman there. So it's been fun watching this Packers defense, and I just can't wait to see Jair Alexander back on this defense because I'm trying to wonder, what are the Packers going to do? Clearly, Jair Alexander, Eric Stokes, I'd say will be out there. Then the question is, do you keep Chandon Sullivan, Kevin King, Rasul Douglas? The Packers have a lot to work with there at cornerback, which is definitely positive. So this is exciting for a Packers team that I think hasn't had this good of a defense in a long time. Really, honestly, the defense that, you look back at, the year the Packers won the Super Bowl, back in 2011, the 2010 season, that defense was, very, very good. If we take a look at the 2010 defensive ranks for this Packers defense, we were 5th in yards allowed, and we were the 2nd best scoring defense in the NFL, allowing only 240 points in the overall season, and we were also 2nd in sacks as well as interception. And that year we were 1st in passer rating allowed, allowing a 67.2 passer rating. So the year the Packers win the Super Bowl, they have an elite defense, and I think that we're seeing right now the Packers have an elite defense after 10 weeks so far this season? Yeah, I think it's been 10 weeks. 8-2 now. The Packers have shown time and time again that they can get the job done on the defensive side of the ball. So it's definitely exciting to see. Hopefully this offense can continue to do enough. We definitely haven't been as, I'd say, elite on the offensive side of the ball as we were last season. But, we still have Aaron Rodgers. We still have a running game. We still have lots of talented players. So the Packers, they're looking good right now. 8-2, sitting at the top of the NFC. So if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, Luke_Beller. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. But that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys on the next video.